Hello, good evening everyone. Am I audible? Sorry, good afternoon. Am I audible? Okay, students. So let's wait for a 2-3 minutes as other students are joining. Then we can start. ठीक है? Okay. So I think the students have joined. We can start with the lecture now. Let me just tell you what exactly we have to do. Student, already we have completed the theory part of this chapter. We have also solved numericals from the H.C. Verma sir's book. And now today the entire lecture will be dedicated to the MCQs. आज हम लोग सिर्फ MCQs लेगा from the examinations, that is starting from the JEE 2021, then JEE 2020, then 2019. Correct? We'll be taking the MCQs. Fine. Is it okay? Fine. So let's start with the very first question. I hope you are all ready with the notebook and pen. क्या सब लोग नोटबुक और पेन के साथ रेडी है? All of you are ready with the notebook and pen? I did not receive a single reply in the chat box. Yes, now I got a reply in the chat box. So this is a थोड़ा सा बड़ा lecture है. It is a 2-hour 30-minute lecture and I hope that nobody will leave the class before 5 o'clock. कोई भी 5 o'clock के पहले class को leave नहीं करेगा. And because today is the last lecture of this chapter, because of your examination, we are conducting this class today. So let me take a question from a JEE Main 2021. Just last year का 2022 का question नहीं ले सकता because अभी तक 2022 का exam नहीं हुआ है. So this is the question of a JEE Main 2021. I hope all of you are able to see this question on the screen. क्या सब लोग को स्क्रीन पे क्वेश्चन दिख रहा है? ओके, सो व्हाट दिस क्वेश्चन इज से, दिस क्वेश्चन सेज दैट देयर आर 4 इक्वल masses. देयर आर 4 इक्वल masses. 4 इक्वल masses हैं. Each are placed at the corners of a square of a length L as shown. So as you can see here, there is a square और उसका every corner पे a mass M is kept at a corner A, at a corner B, at a corner C, and at a corner D. The masses are kept. ठीक है, इधर तक तो अपने को समझ में आया? अभी उसके बाद क्या बोल रहे हैं वो लोग? The moment of inertia of the system about an axis passing through A and parallel to BD. So I need to draw a line. I have to draw a line which is passing through A and parallel to BD. So let me draw a line which is passing through A and parallel to BD. Can you see this line? This is the line, student, which is passing through A and parallel to BD. So I have to calculate the moment of inertia about this axis. Is it okay? I have to calculate the moment of inertia about this axis. I have to calculate the moment of inertia about this axis. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, as I have to calculate the moment of inertia about this axis, I'll feel very happy if I can get the answer. What is the formula for the moment of inertia, bachcha log? So the formula for the moment of inertia is mr square. If there is a rigid body, then the formula for the moment of inertia is m1 r1 ka square plus m2 r2 ka square plus m3 r3 का स्क्वायर m3 r3 का स्क्वायर plus m4 r4 का स्क्वायर. So here there are 4 masses, so I have written m1, m2 and so on, mn. Now since I have to calculate about an axis passing through O, then for the mass which is at a point A, जो A पे mass है, if I'm calling, then this distance R1 will be 0. So I can say this I will be M1 का place पे I can write as M, but R1 का place पे I need to write as 0 plus. This distance is L. This distance is L. So can somebody tell me what will be the distance from A to C? जिसको मैं बोल रहा हूँ R2. Will it be a root 2L from the Pythagoras theorem? Yes or no? So this M2 का place पे I have to write as M, और R2 square का place पे under root 2 L, अंडर रूट 2 का स्क्वायर L का स्क्वायर. समझा इधर तक? प्लस. नाउ आई वांट द डिस्टेंस ऑफ दिस फ्रॉम अ पॉइंट D and the distance of this axis from the point B. B or D से भी distance. So let me say this is a distance K and this is L. तो लाइट लग रहा है. So it is light color, so I can make it dark color. You need not worry, that can be done. So this let me write as K. This I can write as K and this I can write as L. Now student, this distance is L. If this distance is L, this angle is 90 degree. Either B, this angle is 90 degree. If I can get this angle, then this is the opposite side of this angle. Can somebody tell me what is the value of this angle? See, this total angle is for 90 degree. So this is the half of this angle, so it will be a 45 degree. Right? Absolutely correct. This angle will be also a 45 degree. So angle ka opposite component is always a sine component. So this will be L sine 45 degree. This will be also L sine 45 degree. Now what is the sine 45? So this M3 is M, and this R3, it is L sine 45 degree का whole square plus M L sine 45 degree का whole square. Therefore, this moment of inertia I can be written as, this will give you a 0. So this will be a 0 plus under root of 2 का square will become a 2. Under root of 2 का square will become a 2 ml square plus m L square. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 का square is 1 by 2. Plus this is also ml square. Sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 का square is 1 by 2. So this will be ml square by 2. ml square by 2. This will give you ml square. This will give you ml square. And this will be 2 ml square. So 2 ml square plus ml square. So this will going to be a 3 ml square. So the moment of inertia about an axis passing through the point A, which is parallel to the line BD, is 3 ml square. I'll feel very happy if I can get a quick reply whether you have all understood this or not. First, you give me the reply whether you have understood or not. Jaldi jaldi bolo. Okay. Do this fast. जितना fast करोगे उतना questions में solve कर पाऊंगा. Okay, that's great. You have understood. This was expected from you. Okay. Chalo, if you are done, you can reply. I can proceed to the next sum. Done. Please reply done karke. Done. Okay, so if you are done, I can go to the next lecture. Okay. So now the next question is, so the next question is here. This is the next question. Consider a 20 kg uniform disc. This is again J 2021. Consider a 20 kg uniform circular disc having the radius 0.2 meter. Having the radius 0.2 meter. So they have given the mass. Mass is given as the 20 kg. And the radius R is given as the 0.2 meter. It is pin supported at its center and is at initially rest. As you can see, it is pin supported at the center and initially rest. The disc is acted upon by the constant force of 20 Newton. So there is a force of 20 Newton through the massless string wrapped around its periphery as shown in the figure. Okay, as shown in the figure. So this part is missing. Find the number of revolutions. What do you have to find? You have to find the number of revolutions. Find the number of revolutions. Okay. Now, if I have to calculate the number of revolutions, so we know that in the one revolution में, one revolution. Can somebody tell me how much angle it covers in one revolution? कितना एंगल कवर करता है वन रेवोल्यूशन में? यस, angle in one revolution is 2 pi. So if I can calculate a theta, then अगर if I can calculate the angular displacement, तो उसको हम लोग किससे डिवाइड कर देगा? 2 pi से. समझो इसने थीटा का वैल्यू आ गया 4 pi, तो 2 pi में 1 revolution, तो 4 pi में 2 revolutions. So this is what we have to do. We have to calculate the value of a theta. And I know how we can calculate the value of theta. Theta calculate करने के लिए the formula is omega square. It is equal to omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. Omega naught मालूम है, बोला है rest initially. So this omega naught is 0. It means omega square is 2 alpha theta, or this theta will be omega square by 2 alpha. So now the question is whether I know this omega, whether I know the omega ka square. So the answer is yes, it is given. That does not come in the question, but that is given. So they have given the angular velocity as a 50 radian per second. This is given. So this omega is given. Only thing we are not aware of the alpha. So I need to determine the alpha. So how we can find out the alpha? The entire exercise is for the alpha. So let's do this. So the idea is, we know the torque it is equal to I into alpha. So alpha is torque divided by I. What is a torque? A torque is nothing but the force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. And what is I? I is mr square. So this will be F divided by mr. This will be F divided by mr. But this is a circular disk, so its moment of inertia is mr square by 2. So this alpha will be 2F by mr. Alpha is 2F by mr. The 2 is 2. What is the F? F is the 20 Newton. The mass is 20 and the radius is a 0.2. So this 20 gets cancelled. 2 by 0.2 is 20 by 2, and 20 by 2 it is a 10 radian per second square. So I got the value of alpha also. Once I have got the value of alpha, then I can substitute in the equation number 1. And from equation number 1, this theta will be omega ka square. What is omega ka square? That they have given, that is 50 into 50 divided by 2, and alpha is 10. So this will be a 25 into 5. What is 25 into 5? 25 into 5 is 125. So theta is 125. Therefore, the number of revolutions. This number of revolutions will be theta divided by 2 pi. Theta is 125. 2 pi is 2 into 3.14. This comes around 125 divided by 6. This comes around a 20 revolution. So this is approximately a 20 revolution. सब लोग को समझा क्या? Acha, when we know we have to use a torque. So the very simple concept, you can see that the force is applied and there is a rotational motion. So it means there is a moment of inertia and there is a moment of force. So we got an idea. The force is applied. When we use the moment of force, when a force is applied and that produces a rotational motion. So either we force apply kiya, and what that force is producing, a force is producing a rotational motion. So that is much obvious, a torque. Sorry, a torque or the moment of force. Samjha main? Other students, can I get a reply that whether you have understood this or not? Okay, you understood. Fine. That's great. So you can reply once you are done. I can take a next sum.
Recording in progress.
Can I take a next sum? If you are done, I can take a next sum. Done. Okay. Okay, just a 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Huh? Okay. Okay, I hope you can see the sum. Done? All of you are done? Okay. So let me take a next sum if you are done. Here is the next sum. Let's do the sum here only. So this is the third sum. What they are saying, a force of 4i plus 3j plus 4k is applied on an intersection point of x equals 2 plane and x-axis. The magnitude of the torque of this force about a point. So I have to calculate the magnitude of the torque. What is the formula for the torque? So the formula for the torque is, it is a vector r cross vector f. And how to find a vector r cross vector f? I can use a determinant. So I know the force. Force is 4i plus 3j plus 4k. It is acting at the intersection point x equals to 2 plane and x-axis. It means its initial position is 2i cap, right? And what is its final position? Its final position is, let me say its final position is r1. This is a 2, 3, 4 means 2i plus 3j plus 4k. So if I have to calculate a displacement r, then this will be r0 minus r1. What is r0? R0, it is 2i cap minus 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. Therefore, this displacement r will be 2i minus 2i, this will be a 0i. This 3j, it will be negative, minus 4k, it will be a negative. ठीक है, इधर तक समझा क्या? पहले ये बताओ. First you tell me if you have understood this up to this. सब लोग इधर तक समझा तब आगे बढ़ूंगा. I did not receive a single reply whether you have understood or not. इधर तक समझा क्या? पहला बताओ. Yes, समझा. Okay, so now I have to calculate this vector r cross vector f. So this torque, can be written as the determinant I cap, j cap, k cap. Vector r, this is 0, minus 3, minus 4. Minus 3, minus 4. This is a 4, 3, 4. So this will be first I cap. I have to multiply 4 into minus 3. This will become 12. 4 into minus 3. So this will be a plus 12. Minus j cap. This 4 into 0, this will be 4. And 4 into 4, this will be a 16. Plus 16. Plus k cap. 3 into 0 is 0. And 4 into 3 is 12. This becomes a plus 12. So this torque can be written as 12 into 12 is 0. So this is 0 minus 16 j cap plus 12 k cap, which can be written as a minus 16 j cap plus 12 k cap. I hope everyone has understood. Students, please give me the reply whether you have understood this or not. Jaldi reply karo. Yes, Gitesh, you have raised the hand. Tell me. Gitesh, you have raised the hand. Tell me. Understood. Other students? Okay, so I'm just reading what the student said, that Mac saying that स्टार्टिंग का स्टेप्स रिपीट करना है. ओके ठीक है, मैं रिपीट करता हूं. देखो, just you should tell me the reply if you are able to understand this. Beta, first of all, just tell me if you are able to understand this concept that whenever I'm looking at the torque, what is the formula for the torque? It is the force multiplied by the displacement. क्या ये point clear है क्या आपको? The torque is the force multiplied by displacement. जल्दी बोलो. Is this part clear to you? Okay, so you know the torque is the force multiplied by displacement. Then, if the torque is the force multiplied by displacement, what is the next point? What is the next part? The next part is, as you can see over here, that the force is applied to an intersecting point. The force is applied to the intersecting point. What is the intersecting point? Of x equal to 2 plane on the x-axis. It means the force is applied at this point. X equals 2, मतलब coordinate 2 है x-axis में, तो कितना हो गया 2i cap. The magnitude of this force about a point. So I have to calculate the magnitude of this force about a point, which is a 2i plus 2i, 2 along x-axis, 3 along y-axis and 4 along z-axis. मतलब इतना उसका perpendicular distance है. So how to calculate this perpendicular distance? If I have to calculate a perpendicular distance, then in order to calculate the perpendicular distance, मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? मुझे इसका subtraction लेना पड़ेगा. So how I can take a subtraction? I know this R will be 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. तो मैंने दोनों का difference ले लिया to calculate a perpendicular distance. Now I hope you have understood. Understood पक्का? No doubt? कुछ भी confusion नहीं है? ठीक है. चलो. Now I'll be going for the next set of questions. Now I'm going for the next set of questions. Board erase कर दूं? Okay, I can erase the board. So here is the question. What is the question? The question is two uniform circular discs. There are two uniform circular discs. Just a minute, क्या हुआ? 1 minute. Huh? Okay, I hope you can see this. Fine. They have said there are two uniform circular discs which are rotating independently in the same direction around their common axis, passing through their center. Though independent discs they are rotating. The moment of inertia and the angular velocity of the first disc. So what is the value of I1? This I1, it is 0.1 kg meter square. I1 is 0.1 kg meter square. And what is the omega 1? This omega 1 is 10 radian per second. While those for the second, that is I2, it is a 0.2 kg meter square. And the angular velocity omega 2 is 5 radian per second. At some instant, they stuck to each other. So what is happening now? They are sticking to each other. They're stuck. They're stuck to each other. Whenever they are sticking to each other, what will happen? The total moment of inertia will be I1 plus I2. And let omega is the angular velocity. So what I can do is, I can say that as they are sticking to each other, so I can write a formula that I1 omega 1 plus I2 omega 2, this will be I into omega. Or this omega will be I1 omega 1 plus I2 omega 2 divided by I. What is I1 omega 1? I1 is 0.1, omega 1 is 10. So this 0.1 into 10, this will give you 1. I2 is 0.2 and this is 5. So 0.2 into 5, 2 into 5 is 10. This will give you 1. And what is I1 plus I2? 0.1 plus 0.2, it is 0.3. So this will be a 2 divided by 0.3, which is same as a 20 by 3. Which is same as the 20 by 3. And now what I have to calculate? They are asking the kinetic energy. So what is the formula for the kinetic energy for the rotational motion? This is half omega square into I. So this will be half I. What is I? I is 0.3 and this omega ka square, it is 20 into 20 divided by 3 into 3. So this will be 20 by 2, this is 10, 10 into 0.3, this is 3 into 20 divided by 3 into 3. 3 gets cancelled, it comes out to be a 20 by 3. It comes out to be 20 by 3. So the correct answer is A. Now I need your reply whether you have understood this or not. Samjha, Samjha. Yes, this is just a formula based. There are different kind of questions. Some of them are the formula based, some of them are the concept. Samjha, you are done. Everyone is done. Okay. Can I take a next question? Just if you're not done, please reply, because if I can erase the board, then undo is not possible because I'm using the open board. And this undo is not possible. Okay. Done. So I hope all of you are done. Okay. Okay, so we can see this question. What is the question? The question is a massless equilateral triangle EFG having the side A as shown in the figure has three particles of mass m situated at its vertices. मतलब every corner पे triangle का every corner पे mass m है. The moment of inertia of the system about the line EX. So there is a moment of inertia about the line EX. EX means a line that is along the y-axis or the line that is parallel to the one vertices of a triangle EX perpendicular to EG in the plane is n by 20 ma square. So the moment of inertia they have given it is n by 20 ma square, where n is an integer. Now what is the value of n? It means basically you have to find out the moment of inertia. अपने को मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया फाइंड आउट करना है, फिर उसको इक्वेट करना है एंड देन अपने को n का वैल्यू बताना है. What is the formula for the moment of inertia? The moment of inertia is mr square, right? So there is a one mass at the point E. If I'm looking at the line EX, then this distance for the mass m, this distance r1 will be 0. This distance r1 will be 0. If I'm looking at this distance, then this will be r2. This distance I can take as r2, and the value of r2 from the g, it will be a. So I know that the mass m1, mass m2, mass m3, they are all m, and this r1 is 0. What is r2? R2 is a. And what is r3? I need to calculate this distance also. So this is exactly half of a. So this will be r3. And this r3 will be a by 2. R3 will be a by 2. So this r3, it is a by 2. So let's calculate the moment of inertia. The moment of inertia is m1 r1 का square plus m2 r2 का square plus m3 r3 का square. This m1 r1 square is 0, m2 r2 square is a का square plus m3 is m. m3 is m, and this r3 का square, this will be the a square by 2 का square is 4. Therefore, this moment of inertia will be ma square plus ma का square by 4. So this will be a 4 ma square plus ma square. This is the 5 ma square by 4. The 5 ma square by 4. As it is the 5 ma square by 4, now I want a 20 in the denominator. So I can multiply this entire equation by 5. So this will be a 25 ma square by 20. This is equation number 2 and this is equation number 1. Now I can start comparing. So what I can see is there is a ma square by 20. There is a ma square by 20. What is there in the place of n? So in the place of n, there is a number 25. What is the value of n? N ka value is 25. I need a reply from you whether you have understood this or not. जल्दी रिप्लाई करो, समझा नहीं समझा? समझा तो आगे बढ़ूंगा, नहीं समझा तो वापस रिपीट करूंगा. स्टूडेंट, आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू सेव अ टाइम सो दैट आई कैन डू द मैक्सिमम सम्स. क्लियर? एनी कंफ्यूजन, एनी डाउट, एनी प्रॉब्लम? नहीं समझा? गीतेश किधर नहीं समझा, मुझे बता सकते हो? कौन सा स्टेप नहीं समझा? बेटा पहला वाला स्टेप क्या है? 3 मास है. क्या तीनों मास इक्वल है? ये देखो, मैं स्टेप बाय स्टेप बता रहा हूं, मुझे बताते जाओ. ये देखो, क्या ट्रायंगल के तीनों कॉर्नर पे देयर आर 3 मास और तीनों मास का वैल्यू m है, जो लिखा है ना. A massless equilateral triangle has the 3 particles the mass situated at the vertices. ये समझा? अच्छा, अगर मैंने इसको बोल दिया मास m1 तो e से e का डिस्टेंस क्या 0 होगा. अगर इसको मैंने बोल दिया मास m2 का e से डिस्टेंस r2 अगर मैंने लिया तो क्या r2 का वैल्यू a होगा. देयर इज अनदर मास m3 एट द पॉइंट f. अभी f जो पॉइंट है वो देखो, क्या इसका डिस्टेंस a/2 होगा, तो क्या r3 का वैल्यू a/2 होगा. इधर तक समझा आपको? जल्दी से बोलो. अच्छा, कभी आपको m1 मालूम है, r1 मालूम है, m2 मालूम है, r2 मालूम है, m3 मालूम है, r3 मालूम है. तो व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर द मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया? मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा? m1 r1 स्क्वायर प्लस m2 r2 स्क्वायर प्लस m3 r3 स्क्वायर. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ m1 कुछ भी रहने दो, r1 तो 0 है, तो 0 इंटू कुछ भी 0, तो क्या ये m1 r1 स्क्वायर 0 आ गया. m2 का वैल्यू कितना है m, और r2 स्क्वायर का वैल्यू कितना है a का स्क्वायर. सो ये ma स्क्वायर हो गया. m3 का वैल्यू है m और r3 का वैल्यू है a/2 का स्क्वायर a स्क्वायर बाई 4 हो गया. सो ये हो गया ma स्क्वायर प्लस ma स्क्वायर बाई 4. सो ma स्क्वायर प्लस ma स्क्वायर बाई 4 क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई किया, सो ये हो गया 4 ma स्क्वायर प्लस ma स्क्वायर कितना हो गया 5 ma स्क्वायर बाई 4. इधर तक क्या आपको समझ में आया? जल्दी रिप्लाई करो. जो मैंने डबल लाइन ड्रॉ किया उधर तक समझा क्या? डबल लाइन जो मैंने ड्रॉ किया उधर तक आपको समझा क्या? हाँ. तो उसके बाद देखो अभी क्या चाहिए, जो दिया है ना वो लोग, ये लोग को डिनोमिनेटर में 20 चाहिए. n/20 ma स्क्वायर. ऐसा नहीं समझा तो इधर से भी बोल सकते हो कि ये ma स्क्वायर है, इधर भी ma स्क्वायर है. n/20 का जगह पे क्या आ गया? n/20 का जगह पे आ गया 5/4. तो मैं क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेगा तो 5 इंटू 4 इज 100. 100/4 इज 25. n का वैल्यू आ गया 25. ऐसे भी सॉल्व कर सकते हो. बोलो नहीं समझा? समझा. Anybody else who has not understood the sum? एक बार रफ कर दूंगा, इरेज कर दूंगा बोर्ड, फिर अंडू करना पॉसिबल नहीं है. चलो इरेज द बोर्ड. स्टूडेंट्स, क्या मैं बोर्ड को इरेज करूं? यस, डन. नो वेट. ओके, वंस आई इरेज द बोर्ड देन अंडू इज नॉट पॉसिबल. प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. में कुछ भी करेगा तो अंडू नहीं कर पाएगा. ठीक है, अभी एक और सम लेता हूं मैं 2020 जेई का. उसके बाद में आई विल स्टार्टिंग विद द सम्स फ्रॉम द नीट, बिकॉज देयर हैज टू बी द बैलेंस. I'll be taking a few sums from the JEE and a few sums from the NEET. Actually, I was planning that if I can get 2 lectures to solve this MCQs, बहुत सारे MCQs कर सकता था, but since you have the exams and you are not able to attend, let's see the maximum number of MCQs I can do today. I hope you are all understanding without any confusion. इधर तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ कंफ्यूजन है कि सब बराबर है? इधर तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ कंफ्यूजन है कि सब बराबर है? कुछ रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है. All good? Okay, that's fine. I think I'm clearly audible to you all. I'm also connecting myself by, in fact, I have connected myself with the 2 devices so that I can check audio and video. Correct. 2 डिवाइस से कनेक्ट किया. ओके, चलो ये वाला क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं. चमक रहा है? ठीक है, चमकने दो. Okay, so consider a 2 uniform disc of a same thickness and a different radii. One is having the radii r and second is having the radii alpha r. Sachi, I was planning that I'll be taking this MCQs in the 2 lectures. मतलब 2 hours का 2 lectures मेरा ऐसा observation था. So consider 2 uniform discs of the same thickness having the radii r1 is r and r2 is alpha r. Made of the same material. दोनों का material same है तो रहने दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? If the ratio of their moments of inertia I1 and I2 respectively about their axis, it means if I'm taking the ratio of the moment of inertia, किसका ratio? Moment of inertia का ratio. So if I'm taking the ratio of I1 to I2, I1 by I2, what is I1 by I2? It is 1 by 16. Then the value of alpha is. ठीक है, अभी वो लोग बोला है ना कि दोनों का material same है. So I can write a density. Let us say the density is rho. What is the formula for the density? The density, it is nothing but a mass upon volume. What is the mass? Mass, if I can take as m, what is the volume? The volume is the area of cross section multiplied by the thickness t. What is the area of cross section of the disc? It is a pi r square. The area is pi r square and area into thickness is nothing but a volume. So I can say this mass m will be a rho pi r का square into t. बच्चे लोग इधर तक समझा क्या? बोलो इधर तक समझा क्या? चमका क्या? चमका क्या इधर तक? चमका 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 चमका. ओके, सो मास मिल गया रो पाई आर स्क्वायर टी. अभी हम लोग लिखा था थोड़ा टाइम पहले यूनिफॉर्म डिस्क का मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया का फॉर्मूला. व्हाट इज द यूनिफॉर्म डिस्क का मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया का फॉर्मूला? आई इज mr स्क्वायर बाय 2. आई इज mr स्क्वायर बाय 2. m का जगह पे क्या लिखेगा? m का जगह पे रो पाई r का स्क्वायर into t and this is r का स्क्वायर divided by 2. रो डेंसिटी है, रो इज अ कांस्टेंट. रो क्या है? रो इज बेसिकली अ डेंसिटी. डेंसिटी तो क्या होता है? कांस्टेंट होता है. सबको मालूम है कि सर डेंसिटी कांस्टेंट होता है तो रहने तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. क्या कर सकता है वो देखता है अपन. ये रो है, डेंसिटी है, पाई कांस्टेंट है, थिकनेस भी कांस्टेंट है, r स्क्वायर इनटू r स्क्वायर. दिस इज r का पावर 4. सो आई कैन से दैट दिस विल बी द रो इनटू पाई t. रो पाई t by 2 into r का पावर 4. अभी जो रो पाई, this entire term it is the constant, and as this term is constant, my dear student, what I can do is I can say this moment of inertia जो अभी लिखा ना moment of inertia में अभी this moment of inertia I और R में क्या relation होगा? I will be directly proportional to R का power 4 क्या बोल रहे हैं बच्चे लोग? नहीं समझा, नहीं समझा, नहीं समझा. The moment of inertia is directly proportional to R का power 4. कोई reply तो करो यार. समझा. So if the moment of inertia is directly the moment of inertia it is directly proportional to the R ka power 4, I can say that R1 will be directly proportional to R1. Therefore ऐसे लिखता हूं, therefore I1 by I2, I1 by I2 will be equal to R1 by R2 का power 4. R1 by R2 ka power 4. Now what is this? What is I1 by I2? This I1 by I2, it is 1 by 16. What is R1? R1 is R, and what is R2? R2, it is alpha R. Iska power 4. Now this R and R gets cancelled. This will be 1 by 16. 1 by 16 is 1 upon alpha ka power 4. Therefore, alpha ka power 4, it is 16. If alpha ka power 4 is 16, then what is alpha? Alpha will be a 16 ka 1 by 4. Therefore, this alpha will be 2. So the value of the alpha is 2. Samjha, nahi samjha? Not understood? I can see the one student, Sheikh Tuba. Beta, what you have not understood? Can I get a reply from you? Which step you have not understood? अच्छा समझा. Now understood. चलो फटाफट अदर स्टूडेंट्स रिप्लाई करें. कोई कोई भाग रहा है क्या? एक दो लोग फ्लक्चुएशन में है. Done. Because once I'll erase the board, then the undo is not possible. So please think a lot and then tell me. हो गया सब लोग का लिख के? Can you go to the next question? Okay. So once you are done, then you reply. Done. चलो बोर्ड इरेज करता हूँ. अभी now I'll be taking the questions from the NEET. ठीक है. 6 questions JEE का हो गया. अभी NEET का क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हैं. There has to be the balance, proper balance. ये देखो इतना सारा क्वेश्चंस है. दिख रहा है? नहीं दिख रहा है? देखो these are the questions from the JEE. ये सब JEE का 2019 का क्वेश्चन है. ये सब देखो JEE 2019 का क्वेश्चन है. Now let me take a question from the NEET paper. Can you see the NEET question? Yes. करेक्शन नहीं, ये तुम लोग का मैं प्लान आउट किया तुम लोग को सॉल्व करने के लिए, तुम लोग का बैच में. This is my planning for your batch. Okay. So what they have given in this question, there are two particles. ये वाला question देखो, थोड़ा सा ऊपर करता हूँ. देखो मैं लिखने का उधर पेस्ट करने का भी टाइम सेव कर रहा हूँ. मैं मेरा साइड से जितना भी हो रहा है उतना टाइम सेव कर रहा हूँ, so that I can do the maximum number of questions. ठीक है? I should be able to do the maximum number of questions. Okay. So what this question they have said, there are two particles, one having the mass 5 kg, another having the mass 10 kg, are attached to the two ends of a rigid rod having the length 1 meter with a negligible mass. The center of mass of the system from the 5 kg particle is nearly at a distance of. Chalo. Let's solve this. अपने को इसमें ना सेंटर ऑफ मास ढूंढना है. सेंटर ऑफ मास का सम तो बहुत इजी होता है. अच्छा, you want to try? You can try simultaneously. No issue. So, what is the one mass? The one mass is 5 kg. The one of the mass is 5 kg. M1 is 5 kg. What is M2, the second mass? The second mass is 10 kg. 5 kg and 10 kg. They are attached to the two ends of the rigid rod having the length 1 meter. The rod of the length is 1 meter. The center of mass. Student, I know the formula for the center of mass. Let us say that this is the mass M1 and this is the mass M2. Mass M1, this is the mass M2. बड़ा है ना, थोड़ा इसको मोटा ड्रॉ करता हूँ. This is the mass M2 and this is the length of the rod. What is the formula for the center of mass? The formula for the center of mass is M1x1 plus M2x2 divided by M1 plus M2. M1x2 plus M2x2 divided by M1 plus M2. What is M1? This M1 is 5. What is X1? X1 is 0. Idhar se idhar ka distance is 0. M2 is 10 and X2 is same as L, which is 1, divided by M1 is 5 and M2 is 10. Now this 5 into 0. 5 into 0. This 5 into 0 will give you a 0. 10 into 1 will give you a 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. Now this will be a 10 by 15. This 10 by 15, it is 2 by 3. And this 2 by 3, it is a 0.67 meter, which can be written as a 67 centimeter. If it is a 67 centimeter, then which answer is correct? The correct answer is A. Samjha. Samjha. Oh, क्या बात है. Students are coming. बच्चे लोग का स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ रहा है, इधर उधर जा रहा है, फिर आ रहा है. C is the correct answer. समझा 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 समझा. जल्दी रिप्लाई करो. समझा क्या? Have you understood this? Other student, they can also reply. They can take another question. The moment you reply done karke, I can take a next question. Again, I'm repeating in this Undo is not possible. I have to erase the board because I'm using the open board. So undo is not possible. I have to erase it. Done, 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 done. Done. Okay. So if you are done, I am also done. Let me erase this. Erase kar diya. The next question. Huh? So this is the next question. What is the next question? As you can see, two bodies of mass 1 kg and 3 kg, they have a position vectors I plus 2j plus k and 3i minus 2j plus k respectively. Then the center of mass of the system has a position vector. So this is a mass M1. Mass M1 is 1 kg. This is the mass M2. Mass M2 is 3 kg. This is the position vector of vector R1. And this is the position vector. This is a vector R2. Now I have to calculate the center of mass. So we have seen what is the formula for the center of mass in terms of the position vectors. It says that the center of mass का position vector vector R, it is M1 vector R1 plus M2 vector R2 divided by M1 plus M2. This is the formula. So I can write this vector R, the position vector. This is M1 into R1. बच्चे लोग अगर मैं R1 को 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करेगा ना तो it will remain as it is. So I plus 2j plus k. M2 into R2. अगर मैं इसको 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करेगा then this will become a 3 into 3. This is a 9i cap. 3 into 2. This is a minus 6j cap. And 3 into 1. This is the 3k cap. Divided by M1 plus M2, this is 3. Therefore, this vector R will be I minus 9i, this is minus 8i cap. 2j minus 6j. 2j minus 6j, this will become a 4j cap. And plus k. 2j minus 6j. 3 plus 1. And k plus 3k. K plus 3k, it is the 4k. बराबर है ना? Divided by 3. I think I'm doing correct. Minus 8i minus 4j plus 4k. No? What wrong I have done? Yes, it is correct. It is absolutely correct. Yes. ठीक है, समझा? Now it is correct or not? So minus 8i minus 4j plus 4k divided by 4. So this comes out to be minus 8 divided by 4. This is a minus 2i cap. Minus 4 minus 4. This is the minus j cap. 4k cap by 4. So this is just a k cap. So the vector R, it is minus 2i cap minus j cap plus k cap. So the correct answer is A. Samjha. So student, once you are done, you can reply me done करके, so that I can take a next question again and again. I'm repeating. बाद में बोलेगा तो undo करना is not possible. I'm just using an open board so that we can save a time. Done. So okay, so all of you are done. Board is erased. Okay. So let's go to the question number next. What they're saying is two persons of masses 55 kg and 65 kg respectively are at the opposite ends of the boat. इतना बुड्ढे बुड्ढे लोग बोट पे क्या करने गए हैं? मालूम नहीं, सम है तो है. दोनों लोग किधर गया? They are on the boat. कौन कौन बोट पे गया है? The one person having the mass of 55 kg and the another person having the mass of 65 kg, they have gone to the boat and they are sitting at the opposite ends of the boat. भी बोट के बीच में नहीं बैठा है वो लोग. ये समझो बोट है, right? This is the boat, you can say. So where these two persons are sitting, the one person is sitting at the one corner of the boat, the other person is sitting at the other corner of the boat. The length of the boat is 3 meters and its weight is 100 kg. The 55 kg man walks up to a 65 kg man and sits with him. अभी इसके मन में कुछ और आया, या आया और इसके साथ आके बैठ गया. If the boat is still in the water, the center of mass will shift. तो चलो क्या होगा, जब ये इधर था ना तभी सेंटर ऑफ मास इसका सेंटर में था, इधर शिफ्ट हुआ और बोट को कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. व्हाट डज इट मीन? द मीनिंग इज नो एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस एक्टिंग. सो सिंस a no external force is acting, or agar no external force is acting, so what will happen? Center of mass remains same. If no external force is acting, then the center of mass remains same. समझा? So क्या होगा? There will not be any shift in the center of mass. The center of mass will remain as its previous location. क्या है? समझा कि नहीं? नहीं समझा. समझा? समझा तो एक बार हो जाएगा लिख के, तो मुझे रिप्लाई कर देना. डन वाला रिप्लाई करो. डन 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 डन. ओके डन. So let's look at the next question. What the next question they have given. Find the torque about the origin when a force of 3J Newton acts on the particle whose position vector is 2k cap. So basically what they are asking, there is a torque that I have to calculate, and that is acting due to the force of a 3J Newton. It means this force is 3J cap Newton. And the position vector, this vector R is 2k cap meter. So I have to calculate a torque. What is a torque? Torque basically क्या होता है? The torque is basically a vector R cross vector F. What is a vector R cross vector F? It is a 3k cap cross 3j cap. I'm sorry. So it is a vector R cross vector F. Vector R, it is a 2k cap, and the vector F, it is a 3j cap. Now this 2 into 3, this 2 into 3 will become 6. ये तो पक्का है. But what is J and K का cross product? तो बच्चे लोग, this rule says that I dot J is K. I dot J is K. J dot K is I. J dot K is I. And K dot J, it is a minus I. It is minus I. बराबर ना? So this will be a minus 6I cap Newton meter. बोलो, समझा? Yes. Other students? Done. Reply करो. I'm waiting for your reply for done wala. If I can get a done wala reply, then I can go to the next question. Done. ठीक है, रुकता हूँ 1 मिनट के लिए. Other students, please reply. Yeah, I got surprised. I'm very happy that students का number there's a drastic increase. हो गया? चलो. Done. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's do this question. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन कर लेते हैं, फिर ब्रेक ले लेते हैं, ठीक है ना? Because I think it's almost 1 hour 30 minutes. Let's do this question, then we can take a break for 5 minutes. Okay, and then we'll be doing a questions from the J 2019. उसके 5 or 6 questions करेंगे. I think this is the 5th question of NEET. What is your opinion? Yes or no? J already 6 questions हो गया, and this is the 5th question of NEET. Okay. So this question, the moment of force vector F is 4I plus 5J minus 6K at 2, 0, 3. about the point 2 minus 2 minus 2 is given by. It means basically student, जैसे हम लोग पहला देखा था, this is the origin, a vector r0, correct? And this is a vector r1. This is the origin and this is the vector r1. So if I'm writing a vector r0, it is a 2 comma 0 comma 3. So this will be a 2i plus 0j minus 3k. And what is the vector r1? This vector r1 is, ऐसे भी इसको लिख सकते हो 1 minute, हाँ? क्या हुआ? You may write like this way, that this is the vector r1 and this is a vector r2. So we have two vectors, a vector r1 and vector r2. If I'm writing a vector r1, then this vector r1 will be 2i cap plus 0j cap minus 3k cap. And if I'm writing a vector r2, what is the vector r2? This vector r2 is the 2i cap minus 2j cap minus 2k cap. So about this point, it means I need to find out a vector r1 minus vector r2. What is the vector r1 minus vector r2? 2i minus 2i, this will be a 0. 0 minus 2j, this will be a 2j. And minus 3k minus 2k, this will become plus, so this will become a k cap. Let me call this as the vector r. So I've got the value of a vector r. Once I've got the vector r, now I can calculate the torque. This torque, it is a vector r cross vector f. Vector r cross vector f. So this will be I cap, j cap and k cap. What is I cap? Unit vector along the x-axis. J cap, the unit vector along the y-axis. And k cap, the unit vector along the z-axis. So what is this I cap? The value for this, it is a 0. J cap 2, k cap minus 1. And force is 4. This is 5 and this is a minus 6. So this will be I cap. 6 into 2, it is 12. So this is a minus 12. 5 into 1, this is a minus 5. So this becomes a plus. Minus j cap. 6 into 0, it's 0. 4 into minus 1, this is a minus 4. And minus minus becomes plus. K cap. 2, this 5 into 0, this will be a 0. And 4 into 2, it is 8. So this comes out to be minus 12 plus 5. So this will be a minus 7 I cap. Minus 14 j cap. Minus 8 k cap. Minus 7i minus 4. Sorry. Minus 4j. Minus 4j minus 8k. So the D is the correct answer. I don't know if you have understood. Please reply if you have understood. समझा. So you can complete. Once you are done, then you can reply done करके. जाएगा तो बोलो. Done. Okay. So once you are done, you can take a break for 5 minutes. Don't leave this class. एक दो लोगों को लगा क्लास लीव करना. Now I'll be solving the questions from the JEE Main 2020. Sorry, 2020 हो गया ना? 2019. इधर है ना ये सब क्वेश्चन देखो. Okay, that's very good. A very correct approach. You are doing very correct way. So now let's start with this question. What I can see this question here is what they have given. There are four particles A, B, C, D with the masses M, 2M, 3M and 4M are at the corners of a square. They have accelerations of equal magnitude with a directions as shown. It means जो A वाला है ना, this A particle, this A, it is having the acceleration along the negative x-axis. B is having the acceleration along the positive y-axis. C is having the acceleration along the negative x-axis. And D is having the acceleration along the negative y-axis. Now what they are saying is, what will be the acceleration of the center of mass? So first of all, I know MA, right? I know MA. What is the acceleration A1? So this acceleration A1 is A wala particle. It is moving along the negative x-axis. If it is moving along the negative x-axis, so this magnitude is A, but it is minus AI cap. The acceleration of the particle 2, the acceleration of the particle 2 which is at B, its magnitude of the acceleration is A, but it is along the y-axis. The magnitude of the particle, the acceleration of the particle 3 at C, it will be A I cap. And the max acceleration of the particle 4, its magnitude of the acceleration is A and it is along the negative y-axis. क्या ये सब लोग को समझा? Have you all understood this? So I can proceed ahead. Yes. So now I can say the acceleration ka center of mass, this is the formula, it is m1 vector a1 plus m2 vector a2 plus m3 vector a3 plus m4 vector a4 divided by a vector m1, a vector m1 kaisa, divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4. Therefore, the center of mass of the acceleration is m1 vector a1. What is m1? m1 is m and vector a1 is minus ai cap. So this will be minus a minus mai cap. m2 is 2m and this is a aj, so plus 2maj cap. m3 is 3m and a3 is ai cap, so this will be plus 3ma I cap, and this will be plus m4 is 4m, but this is minus aj cap, so this plus I need to write as the minus, divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4, m plus 2m, 3m plus 3m, 6m plus 4m, it is 10m. Therefore, the acceleration, center of mass of the acceleration, this is mai cap minus and 3 mai cap plus. So this will be a 2a I cap. This is 2 MA J cap. This is minus 4 MA J cap. So this will be minus 2 MA J cap. So this M I can take common. This will be a 2A I cap minus 2A J cap divided by M, and this is a 10. Therefore, center of mass or acceleration ka center of mass will be 2. 2 also I can take common. So let me take a 2 common. If I'm taking a 2 common, then this will be a 2 by 10. What is 2 by 10? This 2 by 10 is 5. So mm gets cancelled. So this will be AI cap minus AJ cap divided by 5. Or I can say A by 5 I cap minus J cap. So the correct answer is A. A is the correct answer. I hope all of you have understood. समझा सबको? So the moment you are done, you can reply done karke so that I can take a next sum. Done. Understood? Okay, very good. You can just reply if you're done. Okay. So see this sum. What they have given in this question is, this is again 2019 JEE main. Previous. Okay. ठीक है, जल्दी कंप्लीट करो. जल्दी. नहीं, other student kit is there writing. I'm waiting for them. Done? Okay. Chalo, if you are done, so I am ready with the next sum. Okay, so here is the next sum. The sum they are saying, The moment of inertia of a rigid body about a given axis is 1.5 kg meter square. Initially, the body is at a rest. Initially, the body is at a rest. It means its initial angular velocity omega naught is 0. And what is the moment of inertia? The moment of inertia I is 1.5 kg meter square. In order to produce rotational kinetic energy, so there is a rotational kinetic energy. In order to produce a rotational kinetic energy of 1200 joule, the angular acceleration, that is alpha, of a 20 radian per second square must be applied about the axis for a duration of, it means I have to calculate the time, right? So first of all, what is the formula for the kinetic energy for a rotational motion? So the rotational kinetic energy is half I omega square. And what is omega? Omega is omega naught plus alpha t. Omega naught plus alpha t. This omega naught is 0. So the rotational kinetic energy is 1200. 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. I is 1.5. And omega square, this is just a alpha t ka whole square. Alpha is given as 20 and this t is t. T is t. So this is the 2400 divided by 1.5 into 20. This is equal to a t. So this 0 gets cancelled. This time will be a 2400 divided by 15 into 2. This 15 into 2 is 30. So this is a 2400 by 30. I'm sorry. This should be the omega ka square. I'm sorry, students. Here it is 1 by 2 I omega square. I'm sorry. So this is 1200. This is 1 by 2 into 1.5. 20 ka square. This is 400 into t ka square. So this 0 gets cancelled. Right. 4 by 2 is 2. It is equal to 1.5 into 2 is 3 into t ka square. Therefore, this t ka square will be 12 by 3. 12 by 3 is 4. Or this t will be a 2 second. I hope you have understood. You can do this sum and you can reply me done karke. Understood? All of you understood this sum? सब लोग को समझा? Yes, beta. Please don't leave. You need not leave. Very important questions I am solving. You need not leave. All of you are done. So if you are done, I can take another question. Okay. Here is the question. The question is the time dependence of the position of the particle of the mass m equals 2 is given by r is the function of t. It's 2t I cap minus 3t square j cap. Its angular momentum with respect to the origin at a time t equals 2 second is. At a time t equals 2 second is. So you can see they have given the position of a particle. What is the position of the particle? The position of the particle, it is the vector r, which is 2t I cap minus 3t square j cap. Right. Now they're asking its angular momentum. As we all know, what is the angular momentum? This angular momentum, it is nothing but a vector r cross vector p. This is the angular momentum. So to calculate the angular momentum, I need a vector r, and that is the vector p. What is the vector p? The vector p is m into vector v. So I can say this angular momentum will be m vector r cross vector v. So there is a r. I want the velocity. So what is the velocity? The velocity vector v, it is a vector dr by dt, rate of change of displacement. So what is the derivative of this with respect to time? 2t ka derivative will be 2 I cap, 3t square will be a 6t j cap. So if I'm substituting here, then this vector L will be m, which is 2. Or I can do like this way. Let me first calculate vector r cross vector v, and then I can substitute in this equation number 1. So let's find out a vector r cross vector v. To find a vector r cross vector v, I can use a determinant, and the determinant, it is I cap, j cap, k cap. जब भी हम लोग r को देखेगा ना, so this is a 2t. j को देखेगा तो this is a minus 3t का square. For k it is 0. When I'll see the vector v, it is a 2. This is minus 60. This is 0. So this vector r cross vector v comes out to be, this will be I cap, so this 0, so this will be a 0, minus j cap, this will be a 0 minus 0, plus k cap, minus 60 plus 2t, this will be a minus 12t ka square. Then this 3 and 2, this will become 6. Minus and minus will become plus, plus 60 ka square. Therefore, this vector r cross vector v will be 0 and 0. This is minus 12t square plus 6t square. This will be a minus 6t square into k cap. That is equation number 2. The value of the mass, this mass ka value is 2. I can write from equation number 1 and 2. Vector L will be M. What is M? M is 2. 2 into 6, this is a minus 12. T ka square. What is the value of a T ka square? T ka value is 2. 2 ka square is 4. K cap. And 12 and 4. 12 and 4. This is a minus 48 K cap. I hope all of you have understood. समझा 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 किधर T? Where is the equation 1? Where is T? Equation 1 में T नहीं. That is the formula for the angular momentum. Equation number 1, it is a formula for the angular momentum, right, Sahil? The angular momentum, it is the moment of the linear momentum. That vector L is the vector R cross vector P. That vector R is there. What is the vector P? It is mv. So m हम लोग बाहर लिया because m is a scalar quantity. So this will be a vector R cross vector V. अभी हम लोग vector R cross vector V we can find from the determinant. और वो R cross V का value we can substitute in the equation number 1. So सिर्फ m इधर लिख देंगे तो हो जाएगा. जल्दी बोलो समझा क्या? समझा? जल्दी बोलो. Sahil, I'm waiting for your reply. Are you there in the meeting? Okay. So I can take a next question. The next question is here. 3 particles of the masses 50 gram, 100 gram and 150 gram, they are placed at a vertices of an equilateral triangle of a side 1 meter. So this is the diagram. This will help us a lot to solve this, right? Abhi dekho. So what I can see over here is, I think ऐसा question हम लोग पहला भी solve किया था. I said this is very important. Just a minute. Let's try solving for a minute. क्या बोल रहे हो? ठीक है? Okay. आ रहा है आंसर? Oh, that's great. एकदम सिंपल है देखो. If I'm looking at this first mass, अगर मैं first mass को देख रहा है, that is 50 ग्राम. तो उधर से ऑप्शन ए एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट गीतेश. एकदम सिंपल है बेटा. M1 का वैल्यू इट इज 50 ग्राम, राइट. And what is the value of the x1? X1 का value is 0. I can take this M2 का value. M2 का value, this is 100 gram. And the distance x2 I can take as a 1. And this M3 I can take as 150 gram. And if I have to find out this coordinate with respect to the origin, देखो ये 0.5 है. This is 0.5. And this height is 1. So 1 and 0.5. So if you can apply the Pythagoras theorem, then this will be the under root of 1 ka square minus 0.5 ka square. 1 ka square is 1. This will be the under root of 3 by 2. So this x3 it is 0.5, whereas this y3 it is under root of 3 by 2. What is y2? Y2 it is 0. What is y1? It is 0. I hope all of you have understood. You just need to find out the coordinates for the center of mass. Can you do it by yourself? कर पाएगा सब लोग? Okay. So let me take one more question of the JEE and then we can take a questions from the NEET paper, right? This is a question from a JEE paper 2019. They have given the magnitude of the torque on the particle of the mass 1 kg is 2.5 Newton. About the origin, if the force acting on it is 1 Newton and the distance of the particle from the origin is 5 meter, then the angle between the force and the position vector in radian. अच्छा, ट्राई करेगा. क्या बात है, मास्टर हो गया तुम लोग अभी. Previous life. Oh, okay. So the moment you are done, you can reply done. Okay. So this is the question. The magnitude of the torque on the particle of a mass 1 kg is 2.5 Newton meter. So the value of the torque, it is 2.5 Newton meter. If the force acting on it, it is 1 Newton, and the distance is a 5 meter, then what is the angle? What is the formula for the torque? It is Rf sine phi. ये पढ़ा था ना हम लोग. So I can say this sine phi, it will be a torque tau. What is the value of a torque tau? The torque tau, it is 2.5, and this is R ka value is 5, F ka value it is 1. So this is a 2.5 divided by 5. 2.5 divided by 5, this is 1 by 2. So sine phi is 1 by 2. Once the sine phi is 1 by 2, this phi will be kitna degree? 30 degree, and 30 degree it is a pi by 6. 30 degree is the pi by 6 radian. Samjha? So tell me, do you want to solve one more question of a JEE, or should I go ahead with the NEET? I think already I've solved around पहले 6 solve किया था और अभी 5. Just tell me what exactly you want me to do. एक और क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करूं जेई का, फिर नीट का, कि अभी नीट का स्टार्ट कर दूं? ओके, एक और क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर देता हूं. नहीं, नीट का स्टार्ट कर देता हूं. I hope the question is visible on the screen. Yes, you can see the question. Try by your own. Try करेगा सब लोग. ठीक है, try करो. Yes, इसलिए तो क्वेश्चन सिलेक्ट किया ना, इसमें ट्विस्टिंग है ना. So the twisting is if f is alpha I plus 3j plus 6k is acting at a point, r is 2i minus 6j plus minus 12k, the value of alpha for which angular momentum is conserved. बेटा एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज कंजर्व का मतलब है कि द टॉर्क एक्टिंग ऑन इट इज जीरो. So first of all, you need to calculate the value of a torque. What is the value of a torque? This value of a torque, it is the vector r cross vector f. What is the vector r? This vector r will be I cap, j cap, k cap. I cap, j cap, k cap. This is alpha. This is 3. This is 6. This is 2. This is minus 6. This is minus 12. So this will be equal to I cap. 3 into 12 minus 36. This is 6 into 6. This is plus 36 minus j cap. This will be a minus 12 alpha. Right, minus 12 alpha plus 12 plus k cap. This is minus 6 alpha minus 6. This is the torque. So since this angular momentum is conserved, this is 0. ये तो पहले से ही 0 है. So this is the minus j minus 12 alpha plus 12 plus k cap minus 6 alpha this is a minus 6 alpha minus 6. Okay. So I can say, therefore, so what I can write here is this will be 12 alpha plus 12 minus 12 alpha plus 12. So if this is 0, if the sum of two quantities is 0, it means the individual they have to be 0. So कभी होगा 0 ये लोग individually ये 0 होगा या ये 0 होगा. अगर हम लोग फर्स्ट वाला 0 लिया तो क्या होगा माइनस j into 12 alpha plus 12 right. And if this is 0, j cannot be 0, so minus अंदर आएगा, so this minus and minus will become plus, so 12 alpha, it is equal to 12. So 12 alpha, it is equal to 12. Minus 12 alpha, I'm sorry, minus 12 alpha is 12, और this alpha, it is minus 1. इधर से भी हम लोग solve करेगा तो वही दिख रहा है. This minus 6 alpha minus 6 is 0. Therefore, alpha is minus 1. So the value of alpha is minus 1. I hope everyone has understood. Can I take a next sum? If you have understood and done, okay, as you are done, so I can take a next sum. Right? So the next sum is here. Just try this sum. Okay. Chalo. What they have given is there is a solid sphere of the mass m and the radius r is rotating about its diameter. A solid cylinder of the same mass and the same radius is also rotating about its geometrical axis with the angular speeds twice that of the sphere. Twice that of the sphere. It means the angular speed of the cylinder is 2 times that of the sphere. Right? Then the ratio of the kinetic energy of the rotation of the sphere and the cylinder. So student, we all know what is the formula for the rotational kinetic energy. The rotational kinetic energy का formula क्या होता है? Yes, it is half I omega square. What is the moment of inertia of the sphere? Sphere का moment of inertia होता है 2/5 mr square. And what is the moment of inertia of the cylinder? That is mr square by 2. This is what I have given you yesterday. Okay, so this is what we have done. So let's do this. So what I can do is I can write the ratio of the kinetic energy. If I'm looking at the sphere to the ratio of the kinetic energy of the cylinder, so this will be 1/2 I moment of inertia of the sphere into angular velocity of the sphere ka whole square divided by 1/2 moment of inertia of the cylinder, angular velocity of the cylinder. So this 1/2 gets cancelled. What is the moment of inertia of the sphere? It is a 2/5 mr square, and this is a angular velocity of the sphere ka square. This is mr square by 2 into angular velocity of the cylinder is 2 times. So this will become a 4 times that of a sphere. So this, these two gets cancelled. Mr square gets cancelled. What is left? It is a 2/5. 2/5. And this becomes a 2 into 1/2. So this 2 gets cancelled. It is just a 1/5. So the ratio of kinetic energy of the sphere to the ratio of a kinetic energy of a cylinder, this is 1/5. I hope all of you have understood. Still we have a time of 3-4 minutes, so we can do one more sum. Okay, I can take one sum at least. Gitesh, why you have raised the hand? Students, can we do once more sum? Yes, we can do one more sum. Okay, no, it's okay. So let me just do the one more sum, a very important sum, बहुत अच्छा sum है. This has come in the 2011. All of you are done. I know it is a too long lecture for you, but let's do this sum. The moment of inertia of the thin rod of the mass m and the length L about an axis passing through its midpoint and perpendicular to its length is I0. Means what? उसका मतलब क्या? The moment of inertia of the thin rod of the length L about an axis passing through its midpoint and perpendicular to its length, मतलब the moment of inertia about the center, it is I naught. Center it is I naught. और सेंटर से ये पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस कितना होगा? So this distance will be L by 2. So student, what we know, the moment of inertia about any point is the sum of the moment of inertia about a center plus the product of mass and the square of a perpendicular distance. So this I will be IC. IC क्या है? IC is I naught, M is M, H square मतलब L square by 4. So this will be I naught plus ML square by 4. I naught plus ML square by 4. 20 MCQs, more than 20 हो गया. So it was a very nice teaching to you all. I feel that you have also enjoyed the learning. I don't know that whether you have enjoyed, तुम लोग enjoy किया or not. So I'll be very happy if I can get some okay. So with this now, wish you all the best. Hope to meet you soon. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.